guys, it's Kelly. I wanted to bring a new tutorial to you today, or a makeup look, however you want to put it. My hair is wet. I've got it pulled up into a bun. I've got a million little bobby pins in it to hold it back up there. It's a little unruly. I'm going to start out with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, and I'm going to go ahead and get that on my face. Okay, and I'm going to be putting on my Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment. Get everything nice and moisturized. These lights are bright. It is showing on all of my spots. Okay, so I'm going to put that. I'll just put it right there for now. Okay, I have something I want to share with you first. Look what I found. Yes, at my my local Walgreens. I had looked for several weeks for these, and I was going in there on a regular basis, and they were on a bottom shelf in a display, and they were completely out of sight. I don't know what they were thinking, but anyway, this is the new Wet n Wild. It's their Mega Glow. Let's see if it says anything else. It just says their Mega Glow collection. But anyway, these are the highlighting powders that everybody's been going crazy for. This one is Crown of My Canopy, and this one is Precious Petals. I have seen these going on eBay and other places for $30. I paid $3.99. And this was, of course, the same price. But anyway, since I have these and I want to use one of them today, so I thought what I want to do is I want to do a neutral look. I want to kind of kick it old school and go back to my my Urban Decay palette. And this one right here, my favorite and my first love from Sephora. That was the first, yeah, that was the first high-end palette or product that I bought for myself. So I want to go in with a really neutral bronzy look. I want to bronze up my skin and be really glowy. And so yeah, I thought I would try one of these. So while I'm sitting here, let's go ahead and swatch these bad boys. The you can see it's kind of an upside down flower, but you can see the embossing on the top of the powder. Wet n Wild, they're kicking their game up. I mean, they really are. $3.99, and I hear these are awesome. This will be the first time for me to touch them, so we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so this is Crown of My Canopy. Oh, it's soft. Look, guys, look at that. Can you see it? Can you see it in the light? I don't know if you can really see it. It's nighttime here. Let me put another swatch of it on there just to really build it up so that you can see it. And close it and put it to the side. That's it right there. Right there. My skin. I'm browner than I was, and my skin always just acts like alligator skin. It's so dry no matter what I do. It's dry. Okay, let's try this one. This is Precious Petals. Now, this is the one that most people have been talking about. So I'm going to go in with my finger here. Let me see. Oh, guys, it's so finely milled and so soft. Oh, reminds me of the Little Mermaid song. Oh, gosh, guys, that's so pretty. Let me see. I'm going to put it right beside the other one. This one you should be able to see a little bit better. There it is. You see that? $3.99. Oh gosh, guys. Seriously? Wet n Wild, you're singing my name. Okay, well, I think that I'm going to go with the Precious Petals for today. And I'm going to be doing a lot of highlighting. Let me look in my highlighter drawer because I do want to tell you a couple of things. First of all, everybody is, I'm sure, familiar with Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop. This is her collaboration with Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. I think that it, you know, if you don't know about this, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but this is awesome. So what I wanted to tell you about, if you don't follow her or any other people on social media, then you won't know Jaclyn Hill has collaborated with Becca again, and it's coming out in June. I'm not sure. It seems like maybe June 12th or something like that. But it's this palette that's about like this. It reminds me a lot of the Spring Tom Ford, the white trimmed in gold. It's got the golden, the metallic gold front. It's got Champagne Pop in it, what she calls Champagne Pop's little sister, which is, she named it something besides champagne. I don't know, but anyway, it's got a name similar to Champagne Pop, just a different alcohol. Then she's got what looks like a couple of blushes and a bronzer in it. Oh gosh, it looks wonderful. So I wanted to give you the news about that. The next thing I wanted to give you the news about is this. How many of you guys love this stinker? I mean, the colors in here, can you get any better? What about if you love this stinker? Look. Guess what? That's number 1 and 2. Guess what's coming out June 12th? Number 3. It is a neutral palette. It has a lot of warm colors in it. I saw Tati. She is the one that brought it out on her channel. She got the exclusive chance to kind of show her audience and you know, her viewers about it. And she loaded that video yesterday. So Glam Life Guru or Tati. She's listed under both, I think. But you can find the video on YouTube of her showing number 3 of the Lorac palette. I'm so excited. I mean, who doesn't love Lorac shadows? And so I can't wait. I mean, I've got both of the Mega Pros and I've got this too. This one is in a kind of a nude pinky color palette is actually made out of it. That's the color that it is. And then it's got a lot of champagnes. It's got some gorgeous bronzy colors and peachy shades and pinks. And it's the neutrals. It's an excellent compliment to the first 2. So get yourself ready because that is going to be exclusively at Ulta.com. I believe it's June 12th is when it'll be released on Ulta.com. And then it won't be released in, let's see, like I know Kohl sells Lorac, and I know that, of course, Sephora does sometimes, or do they? Is Lorac still in Sephora? Anyway, it'll be online and readily available and in stores, I think, late July if you miss it early to mid-June. But I can't wait. I'm so excited about it. It's just, oh gosh, I love those palettes. I've loved them and they've been given a lot of love here. So I just wanted to kind of catch you up on that beauty news, because I think it's exciting to see new products coming out, especially when they're related to old loves. I'm going to go in with my Too Faced HangoverRX for my primer. I love this. Of course, not only is it a wonderful primer, it smells like coconuts. I'm just going to kind of put it mostly in my T-zone. My brows are just a touch red because I plucked just a little bit. There were just a few hairs that needed to be plucked before I filmed, and so yeah, so they're a little bit red because of that. But otherwise, I want to do my eyes first, and so we're going to get right into that. And I'm going to be using my Nars eyeshadow primer, and of course, you know that a good drugstore primer for your eyes, I've told you before, is the Milani one. It's really, really good too. Kind of alternate between these two, but this is definitely my favorite. But anyway, let's get this rubbed in. I like this. It leaves behind just a little bit of a tackiness, which is really good because it really helps hold that shadow on so well. So what have you guys been doing? I've been putting up a lot of planner videos lately. I have seasonal allergies, I think I may have mentioned before, and my eyes have been so swollen. They're still swollen right now. I put something on them to try and help bring them down, but they only came down a little bit, so they're still a little bit swollen. But I'm going to use my tape so that I get a nice straight line. And so I'm going to get that on there. Let me stick one side and then the other. I don't think I can talk while I'm doing this. Okay, good. But yeah, I'm wondering how y'all are doing. I have lots of new subscribers since the last time I did a makeup look. It's a tutorial, I guess, in a way. I just hate to call it a makeup tutorial. I mean, I'm not a makeup artist, guys. I'm just me. I'm just doing things that are fun and that I am enjoying. And it's always fun to get, straight out of the shower and come in here and go ahead and film a video for you guys. And I hadn't filmed one in a while. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and film one today. And I had this Wet n Wild highlighting powders I wanted to try and that sort of thing. I wanted to, kind of go along with the bronzy theme today. And yeah, so let me find my blending brush and we're going to get started. Okay, I am going into my Urban Decay palette. I'm going to go with this first one right here. It's called Virgin. And I'm just going to kind of get the whole eyelid from my eyelid all the way to my brow bone, just to kind of lay a ground for the future colors that I add so that they'll blend easily and there won't be a tacky surface. The good thing about the primer is when you put a primer down, it latches on to whatever you put on top of it. And I like to put down just a very barely there color over the entire lid, all the way to the brow bone, that is going to just attach to that primer really well so that when you go to start putting in a transition color and blending the other shadows, it has something really good to stick to. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Naked. It's this one right here. It's just kind of a light tan color. And I'm going to start putting that in my crease. But I hope you guys have been doing well. Since I've only been putting up really planner-related videos lately and not so much beauty, I knew that I needed to get one up. I try to do one a week, but as I was saying a while ago, my seasonal allergies have had me all stopped up and my throat has been all gunky and my eyes have been swollen. So I didn't really want to film when I looked like a bulldog or a pug because my eyes were I felt like they were just kind of bulging. But yeah, I hope that the weather is really beginning to get good and warm wherever you are. I honestly, it's beginning to get so warm here, and I'm one of those people. I'm going to just go over this one more time with this color because this is my sort of like my transition color, but it's not really the color you're going to see so much. But I want to have plenty on the lid so that the next color I put in my crease really can blend out well. But yeah, I'm one of those people that, okay, now I'm going to go in with Buck. It's the darker matte brown here. And I'm going to just use the same brush. I usually have to wear PJs year-round. That's just me. I mean, it's funny, I'm cold-natured when I'm sleeping, but any other time of the day or whatever, I'm hot. So I usually end up wearing just sleeping pants of some sort. And this buck is blending out really pretty. I've always loved this color buck. It's just so pretty. And I'm pretty much, I am diffusing it and kind of blowing it out pretty well. I'm not sticking to my straight across method. I'm trying to get some color on the lid, and I'm just using the fluffiness of the brush to really blend it out, blow it out. Not a whole lot of being precise. Okay, so here we go with this side with the color buck. But yeah, I've been sleeping in shorts, my pajama shorts and a t-shirt, and that's very abnormal for me. But it just seems like it's been hot, and the pool here where I live has opened, and so there's a lot of wet-headed, towel-wrapped kids running around, and there's a breeze. So the breeze really, I don't know how they can stand that water. It hasn't had time to warm up. And I was walking easy the other night, and one of the little girls walking beside me on the sidewalk, she was talking to me because of easy. And she told me, she said, that water's cold. And I said, well, I'm sure it is. I said, I don't know how you can stand it. And she was real young. She looked like she was maybe 6 or 7, something like that. Her mom and sibling was walking with me also. And okay, I think I've just about got that blended out, all that I really need it to be blended out. I did keep it in the crease or above. You can see that what little bit of lid, mobile lid I have, it is lighter. Okay. So what I want to do now, I'm going to get a more defined brush, I guess you'd say. Oh yeah, a more defined brush. Something that's a little bit more, where is it? Oh, here it is. Here she is. That was my E40, by the way, that I was using just then. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do now, I'm always just so drawn to half-baked. Just half-baked, not just one of your favorite colors in this palette. I think that I'm going to do, so let me load my brush and then knock it off really good. And I'm going to go just in my outer V with this color. And then I'm going to go in with half-baked on my lid. Okay. We've got a plan. All right, and then I'm going to use Sin on my brow bone and my inner corner. Okay, here we go. Let me go in with, this is Hustle, right in the outer corner. And you know that I've put the tape there to keep a clean, sharp line. But she told me, she said, it was so cold to get in that water. She said, I got out and it was warm. I got back in and the water was warm. I mean, you know, 6 or 7 year old, that's what she was trying to describe to me, you know, and I knew exactly what she was talking about, but I thought it was cute. She's a sweetie, I'm sure. Her mom was talking to me, and her older brother, it looked like he was infatuated and, you know, eager to visit with Easy. So I've done this in the outer V, and then I've just slowly brought it in, right in and above that crease. Can you see the difference? Okay, let me go into Hustle with this side over here. But yeah, she was trying to explain to me how the pool felt different when she got out and then when she got back in. And they were, you know, both of them, their lips were blue and they were shivering. And I realized that, you know, the pools are going to open early and that sort of thing. And, you know, in Alabama, it does get warm. I mean, it's been around 85-ish, something like that. But the water is not that. The water is not even 85. The water is cold this time of year. We used to have a place on the lake, and, you know, it's just funny that as a kid, you can tolerate so much more. If you want to go to swim bad enough, you'll find a way. You'll overlook the cold, because I can remember being in the water and my teeth chattering, but I was getting to swim, and that's all I really cared about, was that first time of the year getting to swim. I hope this is looking even. I've been talking more than I've been blending, but, and I know it takes a long time to blend these things out, don't get me wrong, but I think that it's, yes, I think it's pretty even and pretty evenly blown out. Okay, now let's go in with my E40 again. I'm just going to kind of go over that just a little bit in some circular motions a couple of times, just to make sure there are not any sharp edges or anything like that. Okay, now let's go in with, I am going to put that palette down for a minute, and I am going to go in with the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter, and I'm going to, because this is going to really help that Sin shade, which is a satin, a sort of a pale blush pink. It'll help it stand out, and it'll help me define my brows. My brows are finally starting to grow back out. They usually grow a little bit faster, but I told you he did cut them back pretty short. He trimmed them. So, guys, I've been trying to do this clean eating thing. It has been such a battle so far for me, because I did not realize just how addicted and how much my body had become. I'm just using a Morphe E32. It's a real flat, short shader brush. It's just real dense brush to go through and blend out that where I put that crayon. But it's going to help a lot in the future. But I didn't realize just how much my body depends on soda and caffeine. Oh, it's been a struggle. I've had some of the worst headaches. It's been awful. And a couple of times I've given in, and I've just left here and gone to Chick-fil-A or some other, place, and just gotten a ginormous soda and drank it, and just like took it in and didn't look back. I mean, I just felt like that I needed it. It was just so bad. Okay, I'm going in with my medium brown, soft brown Anastasia Brow Wiz. Let me brush through these and make sure they're all going in the same direction. Not that they're long enough to be doing anything, but I know they're hard to see, but they are there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go underneath the brow while I'm talking. Then I'm going to give it some strokes kind of upwards here at the front of the brow, and then go across the top and fill in. Okay, that's my normal routine anyway. I started not to do any of this part on camera, but you guys like to hear me talk apparently, because I don't know why I don't feel like I'm that interesting, but so many people say, oh, your videos just aren't long enough, show us that on video, do a talk through. And I'm like, what are they saying? What do they want me, and I know some people are like, oh, I love your accent. And I'm like, oh, I'm just a Southern old girl, to me, there's really nothing all that great about my voice. And it's actually kind of scratchy right now, but I do appreciate that you as viewers enjoy me, and that you want to see me on camera and talking, and that makes me feel good. It really does. It makes me feel good to know that people can find the time in their day to spend with me talking in my camera. It's very fun. I've had a couple of people lately say that they wish they had the nerve to start a YouTube channel. Let me just tell you, if I can start a YouTube channel, you can start a YouTube channel. I did not feel like I had a voice of any kind. I mean, I really didn't. But I thought surely there are people my age, maybe younger, maybe older, that can learn something from me. I mean, I was born a teacher. Teaching is my spiritual gift. And I worked as an actual teacher, and I was an educator for 18 years, and that just doesn't leave you, you know. I was born that way. I don't feel like I chose teaching. I feel like teaching chose me. And I was able to be a teacher, and I identified as a teacher. That's the way I identified myself for all those years, and the years while I was in school working towards it. You know, I really do feel like that I may not teach anybody anything, but you know what? You're definitely not going to do anything if you just sit on your duff and you don't do anything. At least getting on camera and uploading those videos, and it's intimidating. I'm not going to lie. I mean, trying to learn how to edit. I mean, I'm getting better, but you know, I just, it's trial and error. But you know, my sleep patterns are so bad, and okay, I think that gets those take forever. I'm sorry that it does, guys. It does take forever to get my brows done. I am going to go ahead while I'm here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. It's in brunette, which I think I mentioned before is a little darker than what I would normally use. But it's drugstore. It works good. It's been opened. And I don't want to waste it, you know. And my hair is darker. It's more light on the ends. But I've got a lot of gray showing up. I really need to have my hair done, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, don't let anything stop you. Don't let anything stop you. If I can do this, you can. I sit down, I go ahead and pull out everything that I'm going to need. I set up the light, which I'm mostly just using my vanity light right now. I have one light off to the side here that's pretty bright that I got for like $10 on Amazon. But, you know, you could get, you know, a light from anywhere, or take a lamp that you already have and take the shade off of it and use that. You can really, really, when you want to bad enough, you can figure things out. And I'm telling you right now that anybody can do YouTube. I do it on my phone. I have a camera that's really, really nice, but it doesn't record video. And so I just use my phone, and I think that it's decent. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's decent, you know. I don't feel like it's, you know, anything bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, let me find another brush. Okay, I'm going to go in with this one. This is the Morphe E18. It's just an even more precise brush. I'm going to go into Sin. I'm just going to kind of load up my brush here. So don't be afraid or worried or nervous. My first few, I was. But I got such a wonderful response from people, which I couldn't believe. But I think that there is an audience for everything out there. And I mean, I had watched YouTube for years before I ever thought about it myself, about doing it myself. And I thought to myself, you know, why not? I mean, I've got nothing but time. And time's wasting. You know, I don't want to just sit and waste my life away. And if I can do something that I enjoy, which beauty is something, of course, that's obvious that I love. And, you know, so I'm going to go ahead and let me go back to this other. Actually, no, because that's dark. Let me grab, I'm just going to grab this little shader brush right here. It's a a Morphe E14. I use some Morphe brushes, but Wet n Wild has come out with some good ones lately too. Not all of them are good, but some of them are. And I've got some, you know, of the Real Techniques brushes that are good. Okay, I'm going in to Half Baked, which is this gold color right here. I really wanted to incorporate the gold along with that pink blush color. I'm only doing just the mobile lid. And it being a little more dense and short helps me direct it easier. But everybody has an audience, and you know, I'm slowly but surely, I mean, I'm like at 140, what is it, 146 subbies right now. I mean, my word. I was surprised when the first one subscribed. I mean, I just was like, no, really? Somebody watched and they watched it long enough to think that they needed to subscribe? I was just like dumbfounded. And then, you know, as time goes by, I get more and more confidence. And yeah, I mean, you know, with more and more confidence. Okay, I'm going back into Sin, the pink petal, the blush color. I'm just going to kind of do my inner corner right there. I'll come down a little bit further in a bit. I want to, oops, that one. That was a little too much there. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I think that it's time for me to go ahead and pull these off, which I dread. I hate pulling these off my face. Always, if you're new to my channel and you don't know the drill, oh, it's pulling my skin. Something terrible. Always put this on the back of your hand at least once and peel it up before you use it. That way it's not quite as tacky. And it won't pull your skin quite as much. But, you know, subscribers just keep showing up. And now, do you see the nice line that we have here? When we go to do our under, the bottom lash, when we go to do the mascara and, you know, the makeup and everything on it, then we'll blow that out just a little bit so it's not quite so stark. But, yeah, what I want to use today, let me put the tape up, and I'm going to do something, because, you know, this is a look that I need for it to be pretty foolproof. Shaking my Too Faced Born This Way, in the color Nude. All right, I've got my dampened beauty blender. I'm just going to kind of start on the center of my face. And I'm going to start blending that way. Don't want it to get in my brows. It's trying to, though. It's trying to. There, I got it by it. It took a second. That worried me for a minute. I like to work from the center of my face out. And I don't like I don't like to let it get dry on my face. And I'm not really going to do much underneath my eyes because I'm going to conceal. I wanted to, oh, I forgot my green concealer. I guess it's a good thing that I do start from the center of my face and work my way out. Okay, let me put that down for just a minute. This is the Urban Decay Correcting Fluid in green. And like I said, there's a lot of new people to my channel, and so some of this may, you know, be new to you, and if you're new to me, then this would be great news for you. I have fallen in love with the Urban Decay Green Correcting Fluid for underneath my makeup. on red spots. It's wonderful. I have some broken capillaries in my face, as I've mentioned before, and this corrects and everything so well. Now this is very pigmented, and because it is so pigmented, you cannot go in and just like every little thing cover it. This is strictly for redness. They have different colors. I am the next time I am in the store and actually remember, I'm going to get a pink one. But I just kind of bounce on top of this, on top of the red spot. You'll see that it kind of leaves a little bit of a green hue, but my foundation is going to cover that, and that will help with the redness and the issues I have with redness. And I have just been loving this. I really have. I've just been loving it. It does a great job, and I really want to get the pink concealer. Well, either that or the peach. Probably the peach. I'm not sure which one. I think it says the pink is the one for under eye dark circles, but usually it's orange that you correct purple with. I know that's the color that's on the opposite side of the color wheel, so it should cancel it out, but we'll see. I'll go and talk to them at Sephora before I purchase which one I'm going to get, and then we'll go from there. Okay, now I've already done pretty much the center of my face. I'm just going to put a pump or two, about maybe a pump and a half of my makeup on the back of my hand, and I'm going to go in now and start working on the main part of my face over where I just was working. Remember to go down your neck just a little bit, and also tap on your ear just a little bit. You don't want to leave your ear out and then it look funny, especially if you're wearing your hair up, which is, more common this time of year. So guys, I have something I want to talk to you about. I think everybody thinks that their kid is awesome, wonderful, perfect. A good kid, hangs out with good kids, isn't in a bad crowd or anything like that. Something this past week happened at my son's school, and it involved one of my former students that I taught. Very close to that family. Long story short, she's an academic ace. Let me just put it that way. Let's just start with that. She is an incredible academic student. She's involved in all kinds of activities. She's the beauty queen. She's the this. She's the that. She's involved in her soccer. She's involved in all these other things. A senior prank turned south this past week. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Urban Decay. This is just in light warm. And I'm going to do this under my eyes. And then I'm going to use my damp beauty blender. And I'm going to go into, I'm going into my Laura Mercier. This is my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm going to go in this with my beauty blender, and I'm going to kind of bake just a little bit under my eyes because of the weather we have here. Okay, so let me put that down. I'm going to be working while we're talking. So, so many schools, the seniors do senior pranks, Sometimes they go bad. Well, this one went south fast. They went to the school to do just some minor things, kid stuff. Well, while they were there, one thing led to another. And there was some graffiti, foul language, things like that, that ended up getting spray painted on sidewalks, the outside of the school building, the brick. Yeah. This young lady's mother allowed her to go because the plan, they were going to spray paint a sheet and hang it over where you kind of have to pull in underneath the building to drop your child off. They were just going to drape it down. So they were going to do that. And they were going to spray paint the grass out in front of the school. Seniors, you know, that sort of thing. Well, when they realized that it wasn't showing up that much on the grass, they decided to move to the sidewalks and the building itself. These kids are 18. That's against the law, guys. We're talking about students that have always run with the right kids, that have always been with the right crowd, have always, I'm going to go in and I'm going to bake just a little bit. I'm just going to go in with a good amount of powder and I'm just going to kind of put it underneath here. I mean, all the National Honor Societies, English, Science, Beta Club, National Honor Society. Guys, they're now going to have to spend the rest of their senior year. They are never allowed on school grounds again because they did press charges. They will no longer be allowed, and now I'm going to go kind of right where I put some of that early foundation because it's kind of looking a little bit cray. But the main part is under my eyes. I don't want them to look, you know, whatever. Okay, now I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to go in with my my HOOLA and I'm going to do a contour and let me see if I can find here it is. You can use any fluffy angled brush, works better, you know, probably better than most. She cannot walk across the stage and get her diploma. She cannot participate in her baccalaureate. She cannot participate in her athletic awards banquet. All over something that could have been totally prevented. She was with a good group of kids and a boneheaded, as her mother put it, one boneheaded move. She has a criminal record. Made me just physically ill because I know what a sweet child, and I know how this girl has been raised. She was not raised that way. Her parents have done an excellent job with her and her sister. They are good people. So the point I'm trying to bring home here to you, and I'm just going to put the HOOLA to the side. I want to get the Laura Geller bronzer that I used the other day. I'm just letting this kind of bake. I'll knock away the extra that's left over shortly. But this is the Laura Geller Moroccan bronze. I want to use this, and I'm going to just use probably, let's see, I'll just use the same brush because it's really the same thing. And I'm just going to kind of use this to bronze up. Just going to swirl it around, and I'm going to start working on bronzing up my face, my temples, all along my hairline. Because I'm probably going to wear my hair up today. Well, I should say tonight. Because it is nighttime, but I'm getting ready to kind of go out and do a few things that I need to get done. It's not terribly late, but it's dark enough that, you know, I really don't need too much on, but I just wanted to do it. But yeah, I mean, you know, guys, broke my heart. I've always said to myself, and I've always been comfortable in the fact I'm just going to put a little bit of this bronzer with the HOOLA. Just kind of bring it back some. I've always thought because my son, because he's with a good group of kids and he's a good student, that I don't have to worry about him. And, you know, good kids do bad things. So I think that it has brought on a lot of, here it is, I was looking for my big fluffy brush. I want to just kind of bring that together, and then I'm going to close my eyes and kind of knock off this. Okay. All right. I'm not going to, I was going to kind of bake and make that a little bit sharper, but I don't think I am, because I was able to cover the majority of my redness so well that I don't think it's really necessary. So I'm going to kind of not worry about that. Now what I'm going to do is finish my eyes, and then I'll go back to my face. Yeah, I've always thought, you know, well, he's with a group of kids. They're a good group of kids, and they're not going to misbehave. They're not going to do anything that could ruin their total future. But it can happen, and it can happen to good kids. Okay, I'm going to use Hustle again with this brush under my lash line. And I meant to bring it in here. I got the a new Urban Decay eyeliner. It's the same one that comes in the color Perversion, which is the black. It's the 24-hour one. I got it in the brown. I can't remember the color of it right off though, and I meant to bring it in here because I wanted to use it. But we'll use this for tonight. And I may even do my waterline. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, please watch out for your kids. And I had a talk with mine. You know, I had a big talk with him. He knows, of course. He's a junior, she's a senior. You know, they've been going to school together for a long time. And he knows what kind of kid she is. And I told him, I said, if she can get into some, I mean, we're talking serious trouble, guys. I'm talking like handcuffs, read your Miranda rights kind of trouble. I said, if she can get into that kind of trouble, so can you. I'm just going to kind of bring this up just a little bit with the brush, what I'm doing underneath. And the only reason I'm doing that is to soften this out just a little bit. Now see how much, well, in my opinion anyway, for whatever that's worth, to me, this looks a little, well, let's see. It's really not blended very well. Let me try again. Now, I think that this looks a little bit better than that. So I'm just going in with, you know, what's underneath the eye, and I'm just extending it up. I mean, this is the color that I used in my outer V to begin with. So I'm just sort of blending it enough that it's obvious where it starts and stops. But it's not quite such an abrupt, kind of almost like forming another outer corner to the eye. I guess is the way that I'm trying to spit it out. So guys, talk to your kids. It doesn't matter if they're good kids. It doesn't matter if they're bad kids. Let me get this. Let's see here. Where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? Here it is. I want to go back in with that pink color, that Sin, and I just want to kind of bring it down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Talk to your kids, because I decided it was best if I talked to mine. He's going to be a senior next year. My son is a jokester. Because if you don't have a nice palette, treat yourself to an Urban Decay, especially the Naked palette, the first one. I have all three of them, but the first one just holds a special place in my heart because it was my first high-end purchase. I just will always love this. I mean, I just wanted to take it old school, take it back to that today, and I'm putting some things away. I hope that that sound isn't too bad. But yeah, I just, you know, things can go wrong so quickly. I'm just making sure there's not any fallout from what I did on the side there. Okay, now what I need to do, I have chosen for my blush, this is, this Tarte palette is from this past Christmas. This was their limited edition blush palette. I still have the thing on it. Okay, so this is it right here. And one of these colors, I thought, since I was going to be kind of bronzing up and the colors that I was going to be using possibly on my cheeks, you can see that this one gets the most love because the embossing is almost gone, and the embossing is pretty low on that one too. But I want to go into this one. It's called Beaming. If you look very carefully, I don't know if you can see that it has a little bit of a sparkle to it. I doubt you can see on camera. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. I want to just kind of go into that, and I want to get that on my cheekbones, right on the apple of my cheek. And I like, these are more buildable. I like that. I prefer a product that's buildable over one that's so pigmented that the least little touch and you've gone in too hard. That's never fun when that happens. But I'm just putting it on the apple of my cheek. It's very pretty. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. It's got a visible, not really a glitter, but it's got some light specks in it. It translates to the cheek just a touch, just enough that in person, you know, one-on-one, I think that you would be able to see that it looks like there's a shimmer or a sheen to my blush. Okay, but anyway, this was from the Tarte Christmas collection. I would encourage you to always get in on the Tarte blush palettes for Christmas. Not so much their eyeshadows and things like that. They have wonderful packaging, that sort of thing. I have something in my eye. They have wonderful packaging on those things. But guys, I'm blending in with my big brush now. Just trying to make sure that it's all together. I'm just very lightly stroking. Now I'm going to go into Precious Petals by Wet n Wild. I cannot wait to see this on the face, guys. I just can't wait to. Okay, this is what I like to use. It's the E8, and it's kind of a little stumpy brush, but I use this because I can control where the color goes. I choose not to get any highlighter anywhere near this under eye area. And the reason for that is because I have a lot of fine lines. And I've already used concealer. I'm trying to conceal it. I don't want to put highlighter on it because that'll just bring it kind of out and make it shine. And it makes it look very crepey at the same time. And crepey is never a good word in makeup. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see here. No, it didn't. I thought the ferrule on this brush felt loose, but it's not. Okay, I'm going to kind of start here. Oh, guys, there's nothing more satisfying. Is there anything? Say amen. I love a highlighter. Probably next to lipstick and mascara, I would say that this is number one. I love highlight. Oh gosh, guys, this is so pretty. Just watch it go on. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, $3.99. $3.99. I swear, if I hadn't found this in the store and I had seen it in person and seen what it's doing here, I'd go on eBay and pay $30 for it. Because it's better than some I've paid $48 for. And that's no joke. Oh, see, I like to put just a little bit here in a C shape, kind of bring it around. Can you see that glow? God, ooh, ooh, it does things to me. I watched this, it's the channel, her channel name is Young, Wild, and Polished. And her name is Nicole. Now, she's not PG-13. she's probably rated R, but girl, let me tell you. And guys, she is hilarious. And she calls all of her subscribers her camis or camels or whatever. And she talks about her camel all the time. But she'll say when she gets a hold of a good highlight, because she's like me, I mean, highlight whore. Say, I'm sorry, I have to say it. Yes. For highlight. But she is like me, and she'll say, oh, it'll just it'll blow your panties right off the roof. Or, you know, just something like that. She'll say something really funny about, you know, it'll blow your panties off, or that just does things down into my camel. She is so funny. Okay, I'm going to do just a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Well, I didn't really pick up any, I don't think. Oh, I did that time. Yeah. Oh, yeah, got it. Okay. See, I wanted it to be a nice, natural, fresh, but glowy. I think I found out. What do you think? I think I found out. Let me put this in. I'm going to put these down in my drawer right at the front because I am going to be using those a lot. Okay. Now, since I'm doing just a real easy, soft glam, I'm not doing like a wing or anything like that. I'm just not, you know, in the mood to, and I'm afraid I'll mess my makeup up, honestly. I am like anybody else, you know. The only way to be able to do a wing is practice. And Lord knows I've been practicing, but I'm not very good at it. I'm really good now at laying the black liner, the liquid liner, along my lash line. But as far as flicking it out and being highlight on fleek, no, it's hashtag fail for me. Okay, I'm going to get these, like to kind of pump it just a little bit, get these things curled. Okay, I think that helped. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, and I do think this has turned out to be a very natural look. You know, I think it's really soft. I forgot to go in and kind of blend everything together with my big brush. Guys, I've said it once, I'll say it 10 or 20 or 30,000 times. You can never over blend. To me, blend, 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 and when your arm's gonna fall off, keep blending. I'm going in. I have this Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Oh, lovely. Did you hear that? A horn. Every time I film, if you ever see it like a transition, 90% of the time, it's because of a horn or because they dropped a bowling ball upstairs. But yeah, the one thing I wanted to get across was my news on the Nila Rock. I wanted to, oh, and the Tarte. I didn't finish telling you about the Tarte shadows. Tarte, now this is the story that I've heard, and I've seen several people discuss this. So I kind of think it's probably true. From what I understand, at Christmas, a lot of companies put more of the money into the cute, fancy, frilly packaging, and, you know, their money's, you know, going to that. Then where is it going to come from? It's going to come off the quality of the product. Well, this past Christmas, I waited up because I wanted the entire Tarte. I mean, this is just the brush case. Art Deco inspired. Gold Ferrules. Guys, this is gorgeous. I kept it in the blush palette. That's all I kept. I took every one of them back. And when I took it in to return it, the girl at the Sephora counter, she said, oh, Lord, another one coming in. She said there had been more people returning the shadows. Well, this is the story that I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but I bet it's true because I heard it from more than one person. And I'm talking about beauty gurus. They say that to get a mass quantity of orders filled, that Tarte imports from China their holiday palettes, and that they normally have really good shadows, but that their holiday sets are not, you can't usually say the same. And so I'm going to do my second coat, and then I'm going to go in with my Clinique Bottom Lash. Well, all I can say is my experience is the only thing that was worth anything was the blushes. And I have seen so many people, and when you look at their collections, if you look at their collection videos, they always have the Tarte blush palettes from Christmases, from holidays, but you don't see anything else from the holidays, like their eyeshadow palettes and things like that. I think that speaks pretty strongly. If you ask me, it does. I mean, you know, I'm just little old me in Alabama, but I think so. So I'm going to go in with my Clinique Bottom Lash. I'm going to start working on pulling these little baby eyelashes out that I've got on the bottom here that are barely even there. But yeah, I would not worry about anything but getting those blush palettes at the holiday time. Their blush palettes are incredible, always. But the holiday eyeshadow palettes from Tarte, wouldn't waste my money on it for the world. It just, you know, I learned the first time, because I always get Too Faced. And so I've got Too Faced holiday sets in the past, and they're always good. I mean, Too Faced, I think the only time that I ever didn't like something from Too Faced was that palette. It was called the Selfie. It had the brown, yellow, and purple powders in it or something like that. It was supposed to help your selfie game. That was just a gimmick. That's the only thing I've ever seen come from. I'm doing several coats on these lashes because, quite honestly, that's about the only way you'll find them. But Tarte, it's just not the case. I mean, you just never know with Tarte if it's going to be good or bad. A lot of people do not like the Tartelette palette. I don't have any of those. I was going to purchase the Tartelette, and then I got a hold of those at Christmas time, and I mean, the eyeshadow palette was like $60, and it was awful. There was, I mean, it was powder, and it just disappeared. There was no pigment whatsoever. It was so bad, guys. Oh my gosh, it was bad. Now, it was right the opposite for the blush palette. The blush palette was wonderful. But yeah, stay away from the Tarte holiday sets, the eyeshadow palettes. I would anyway. Just a little heads up for this coming year. Can't believe how fast this year it's going by anyway. Can you guys? I mean, gosh. Okay, I got a little bit of a thing there. And then I got something there. My poor brows. My goodness gracious. Now, given this is really shiny here, but consider that I've got 13 lights in front of me. big bulbs. And then I've got a light rod to the side here. So when I look in my mirror, you know, I'm not seeing the, you know, intensity that you are probably getting on camera, except for this. Yes, that's showing up, and it's showing up good. I love it. It's gorgeous. Okay, what I wanted to do with this, guys, this look, I have not used this yet, and I really wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and use my Rimmel Exaggerate liner. I'm going to line my lips in this, and it is in the color Natural, 030 Natural. But this is what I've been looking forward to. I saw somebody using this on YouTube, of course, and I've not used it yet. It's gorgeous. It's a neutral. Let's see. It's just a matte. It's just one of their matte lipsticks, which I prefer. But the color is Euro Trash. E-U-R-O Trash. Euro, like a euro. That'll be €2. Euro Trash is the name of it. It's just beautiful, and I've not used it yet. And I opened this up. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and it is in the color London. So I thought that I would kind of play around and see how these things go. So let me line my lips, and I am going to overline just a touch because I do have that scar on my lip that shows up if I don't. And as we age, our lips get thin. Guys, I am in love with the highlighter. And I'm so excited about the new Jaclyn Hill collab. Do any of you guys, now, of course, I get everything that Kathleen Lights does. She can do no wrong. She is awesome. She is absolutely precious. And I like Manny MUA. I like him a lot. But he did a collab with Ofra. I usually just do the top and then this bottom right here, but I kind of went ahead and did the top this time, the whole top. I haven't purchased any of his collab this time. He did 3 lipsticks with Ofra, O-F-R-A, if you're not familiar. Ooh, I got butthole lip. That's what we call it, and butthole lip. I don't want to, you know, it's like when your lips start getting that yucky on the inside of them or whatever. Usually if I put my lip stuff on, it doesn't do that. Okay. But yeah, he's got 3 liquid lipsticks that he did with Ofra. I think you can see that I have overlined a bit, but that's okay. I really want the one called Charmed, I think it is. And I love Ofra, but I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I can't decide. If you guys have it or know anything about it, your personal experience, what do you think about it? Okay, I'm going in with Euro Trash, which is the matte lipstick. It's just a black bullet. This is so pretty, guys. Okay. The overline there. It's not looking so good. When you have a scar on your lip, that's what you deal with. Okay, this is what it looks like without anything on it. I just wanted to do a nice bronzy, neutral, natural look. This color is gorgeous. It's just so pretty. And I mean, I've seen them use London. Let's just go ahead and, I mean, we see what it looks like here. If I don't like it, I can wipe it off. But I want to go in with London over that. And I want to see kind of what it does. Because I've seen so many people raving about these two products. I got them. I want to try them out. Ew, I like that. That's a pretty color. Do you see the difference in the color? This is much deeper. This is way more of a nude. I like that together. Make sure I don't have anything on my lips, on my teeth from my lips. Okay, what do you guys think? See, I had to overline here and here. Can you see the scar right there? I don't even know how I got that scar. I have no memory of it. And I asked my mother if I busted my mouth open when I was little, and she's like, not that I know of. But it's there. It shows itself. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to turn off the light rod because it's more of a fluorescent indoor, and I want the incandescent look. So I want to know by turning that off if you guys can see just a little bit better. So there. So what I'm looking at here is just my vanity lights. It's a softer glow. I think I want to wear my hair up in the bun today. I've got so many bobby pins in that thing to hold it down anyway. It'll still be, and it's so thick it'll still be wet when I go to bed tonight. It's already starting to frizz up right here. Okay, guys, I really enjoyed doing this for you, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. I don't know why when I lean in that weird glow, that right there, that weird, what's up with that? I mean, I've got a mirror, I've got a ring right here in front of me, and it does that. It's just bizarre. Okay, anyway, this is my look. I just wanted to do something neutral and easy, but glowy and glossy looking almost. You know, I wanted to use a lot of shine today. And I wanted it to be a neutral look that you could maybe recreate. I mean, I know a lot of people have the Naked palette, but even if you don't have the Naked palette, I showed you the colors that I was using, and there's a lot of, you know, a lot of palettes out there that have similar colors. So anyway, but I've enjoyed chatting with you guys while I'm getting ready for my errands that I'm about to go run. But yeah, I'll try not to cut out any more of this than I have to so that you can see the real thing. You guys asked for a long video, you may just get one. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope that if I have any new people that you would please hit that subscribe button down there and the red button, and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you join my YouTube family. And yeah, if you are already subscribed and you like this video, you can tell me by showing me that like button. Hit it for me. I would really appreciate it. And it was fun talking to you guys. It was fun sharing a few things with you guys. Some serious, some not so serious. But either way, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope you come back for more. So yeah, that's going to be it. I will talk to you guys later. I hope that you have a fabulous weekend. I'll talk to you later.